Okay, so it's January 27th, right? 2021. A little bit of a different kind of video, but not really, people. Okay, so what we're doing here is, I'm just documenting how YouTube is shadow banning me again. Now, if you notice, I Googled on YouTube through their search engine, okay, Peeps Fashion. Because every now and then I go in that way, okay, to easily come up with my link, which they used to have up here, right, with a couple of videos, but since the last time I've done this, which has been a few days, I suppose, YouTube has taken it away now. In other words, what they've done is they've taken my Peeps Fashion channel and they've completely buried it, completely shadow banned it. It's almost like they removed it off the internet, or off of YouTube anyway, which would be the internet, right? And so I had to, I'll show you how I had to go find my channel. So anyway, right, we refresh this page. Okay, doesn't do anything. Google, it doesn't matter if you do a capital P, capital F, it's all the same. And look what comes up. Okay? This is what comes up. All right? And it goes like this all the way down. All right? All the way down, people. They've removed everything. When I went down and down and down and down, this is not my channel. Okay? Right? But look, down and down and down, just keep on going down, nothing. Nothing. It took a while for me to keep on going until I found one of my videos that's on the New Nations Unity channel, this channel. Okay? Do you see this? Nothing. They removed each and every video. All of them. Every last one of them. And there wasn't even that many on there, people. Oh, well, the one that I did find, I don't see it now. It's not coming up. Because they're removing all my videos when it relates to Peeps Fashion channel. Which is an old channel that I started a long time ago because I wanted to build up on the foundation with the clothing line and whatnot, you know. Try and be a productive member in society, but I was getting so much shadow banned with my videos being flagged and threatened and thumbs down and, you know, and just the whole 9 yards through YouTube fucking gang stalking, right, to control the algorithms and the economics and where all the money goes, right, as they abuse the most vulnerable in their fucking society in terms of their YouTube community. This is not my channel, okay? This is not my channel. Look how far down I'm having to go. You're watching this, right? So, that's like that video with the Dance Kids Dance, Surrey Stir. Okay? Same thing. They put a code into my channel there, Peeps Fashion, to wipe out everything off their search engine. So if I tell you to go to a Peeps Fashion channel, you're not going to find it on YouTube. Oh, there's one. There. One. Do you see? Peep. New Nations Unity. Not Peeps, not Peeps Fashion. Right? Nothing. So, I'm like, okay, when I Googled Peeps Fashion, right? I'm like, okay, did they remove the channel? Did they get rid of it? Because it's not coming up in their search engine. Right? So I'm like, okay, how do you get to it? How do you find it? If you can't Google it, how the hell are you supposed to find it? And I'm like, I think on my main channel, I think I'm subscribed to it. So I go to my you know, whatever this, right? These are I'm subscribed to these channels, right? And back in those days, YouTube gave you a little feature that you could put your little feature videos or whatever, right? Or feature channels, right? So these are my feature channels. And I'm like, oh, please, please, have Peeps Fashion there. Because I'm telling you, people, if I didn't find it here, I wouldn't be able to find it on the search engine. I wouldn't be able to find my own fucking channel unless I sign in through Gmail. Or, right? Through Google, right? Through YouTube sign in, right? Then I can find it. So anyway, we'll click this on. And then I discovered that my channel is still there. Okay? So, whew, you know, right? I only list the main channel there. Okay? Now this channel, like I said, if you notice, right? I joined in 2011, right? Because I was trying to separate the foundation with, what is this? Okay, that goes to my website. Alright. So I was, you know, because it right? I work on a foundation, so this was I was trying to do something anyway. It didn't work out. Because, you know, people, you know, I haven't really had any time to sew for the last 10 years. I haven't been, right? I've been in the yard, you know, kids, whatever, drama, crises. Okay? So, and then the few times that I did try to do something, whether it was on my main channel, like I said, I got chopped down at the knees. People were stalking my videos. You know, people were thumbing down, doing whatever, flagging, just all kinds of crazy shit. So, you know, it didn't really do much. You can't make money on YouTube. Not unless they can control it. That became pretty fucking apparent. YouTube allowed their fucking trolls to accuse me of shit that wasn't even fucking true before they'd help me to build up on the foundation. Okay? On the foundation, people. Right? This is the foundation's website. Do you see? Okay? Do you see? There's my outfit. There's my outfits right there. Okay? Right? Got a little bit of music here. Right? A little MIDI. I like my MIDIs. And, oh yeah, I can get with my MIDIs. But you play even a 5-second MIDI, next thing you know it, your video is being copyrighted, freaking muted worldwide, or whatever it may be, right? Fucking deleted. Who knows? Who knows on YouTube anymore? Because they just basically, their staff, it's the staff that does what they want, and they target certain individuals. Okay? The weaker you are, the more they'll target. Okay? Because it's nothing, you know, they can do what they want. There's no ramifications to completely shadow banning one whole fucking channel. Because that's basically what they've done. Right? We'll go into Peeps Fashion. It was easy before to find my page. Not anymore. I can't fucking find my page anymore, people. It's not here. They've completely removed it. Why? Why did they completely remove it? Well, let's go into videos. Okay? As you can see, now this has been since 2011, right? I made an attempt, okay? A small attempt. Didn't get very far because anything that I was doing on my main channel was being, you know, shut down, humiliated, right? Fucking flagged, or I was told I wasn't allowed to promote anything on YouTube. I wasn't allowed to promote my costumes, people, right? I wasn't allowed to promote my so-called non-profit business, right? For whatever reason, it was made clear for the simple fact of the shadow banning and the gang stalking and the harassment that I was receiving when I was making my little attempts to do something. Manufactured poverty. Okay? So anyway, 6 years ago, this is when Uncle John was medically kidnapped. Okay? I did a couple of little videos talking about drum bags. Okay? Right? Life went on. And here's another drum bag. Right? Finally got done. Right? And then YouTube, turn around, right? We know what's been going on. So, you know, shut me up, right? I'm their bitch, not supposed to sing, right? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, So I'm going through all my old passwords and old, like, places that I've been in the past on the internet, and I come across this, and I'm like, okay, well, you can't be a quitter. Don't give up. You're an abused woman. You understand that, but you can't just lay it down and take it, right? So, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. So that's what I tried to do, people. Okay? Right? And I mean, this is December 16th. We're on January 27th. So that's just a little over a month, right? 40 days or whatever the hell it is. And what does YouTube do? What does YouTube do? They literally wipe out that whole fucking channel. For whatever, their staff. Their spiteful, vindictive staff. Okay, this is being done by staff. I told you, somebody has my file on their fucking desk, and they get paid to shadow ban, to strike, to thumbs down, to harass, to recruit other people to harass you. Simple by the very fact of their shenanigans. Okay? Because it doesn't start and stop here. Okay? So, I tried to keep it light, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Didn't talk of anything much of substance. I did mention, though, how I felt like an abused woman, right? Just sitting at home in the dark, right? With, waiting for who to come home and beat the shit out of me. I didn't come right out and say it like that as if it was on my real channel, right? And this channel. But, I tippy-toed around the issue because it's an issue that has now just been reinforced with what YouTube staff has just recently done. Okay? Why? What is so bad on this channel that they had to wipe out the whole fucking channel from the search engine? Because that's basically what they've done. They wiped out the whole channel. Now, if you go into New Nations Unity, because, public humiliation is a great tool to shadow ban. I still have this. This is what I used to have for my Peeps Fashion, but they took it away. They took it away just like they took away that Dance Kids Dance Surrey Stir to put up in replace of that coming up in the search engine, lewd and rude freaking thumbnails that clearly point sick people into a direction that they shouldn't be going in. Well, look what we got now. Do you see this? Wow. Finally, you see one. After all that. So that problem hasn't gone away. Right? So, when I want to get to my Peeps Fashion page without having to sign in, I'm going to have to go to my page. I'm going to have to go all the way down here. I'm going to have to go like that. And then I'm going to have to go like that. Then I can go on. Right? And if I want, I can go this way. And I can read. And I can comment. Whether under New Nations Unity. Right? As you see, I have done. Or if I'm signed into that Peeps Fashion, I will comment under that. But the point is, this channel is no longer available through YouTube's search engine. And when you search out New Nations Unity, this is what you get. This is what you get when you search out New Nations Unity on the Google search engine. And it goes like that all the way down. All the way down, people. Just keeps on going. Oh, there's a couple of mine. Not many. But here we go again. Do you see? Just keeps on going. Right? So, you know, I'm documenting this. That's what this video is about. Okay? Anything to keep you depressed. Anything to keep you oppressed. Right? Anything to keep you scared. Like, I literally thought that this channel was gone when it didn't come up in the search engine on Google search. Because that's basically what they're trying to do. Okay? Mattress is done. I have video of that. Relates to sewing. Right? I was in the sewing room. Right? Maybe not so much here as, well, there is sewing in there as well, in Auntie Shemay's room. But, you know, food is important, so, okay. Right? Merry Christmas dinner. Right? I have grandchildren. I'm proud of my grandchildren. Okay? Right? Finishing up that mattress. Right? Talking about how I ended up back up on this channel, even though I know I can't technically really do anything with it, because if I look like I might be becoming successful, I will get chopped down at the knees, because that's the history of the nonprofit when it relates to trying to do things on YouTube, okay, and having to deal with their psychotic staff, basically, which reminds me, we're going to go into here, and this is how I'm going to end this video. We're going to go into comments. Okay, we're going to go... Don't think anybody commented, so that's fine. Now we want published. And then we're going to go to this individual who has done this on several occasions. Okay, but they blocked me now. They've unsubscribed and they've blocked me because I'm the bitch. Okay, but this individual has done this several times to me. Right? Being passive-aggressive. Come in, said something. Okay? Of course, I respond. And through my responses, sometimes literally, as I'm responding, because they don't like what I'm saying, whoever's reading my comments as they're coming in will literally delete my comment, people. They delete my fucking comments. Okay? So anyway, I came in here. She said something, right? Talking about immigrants, right? Here she goes on and say, oh, they're not all that bad. Well, obviously not, but that's not what I'm talking about in this fucking video here, right? So I go off on whatever I like to do, right? As if she's not aware that I can, this is called what you call a run-on thread. I got that from Black Planet days. Because in Black Planet, right, and Black Voices, you know, they had their threads. So they just run on, right? And people, you know, post. Or I'd post. So these are called run-on threads. And it's not like she doesn't know that I don't practice that technique, I guess you can say, only because I like to write. And as I'm going, you post, you know, you stop, you think, you post, you stop, you think, you post, you stop, you think, right? And at the end of the day, I clearly stated that it was the rich immigrants that are coming into Canada, right, getting into our public service sectors that are one of the major influences to illegal organ harvesting. It's not poor immigrants that are illegal coming into freaking Canada, right, that are illegally harvesting organs. If anything, they're going to be more at risk to having their organs harvested simply because they're illegal and they're poor and they're going to be trafficked and right, and they're going to live in poverty. So that where do the organs come from? I've said this before. It comes from the poor people. It doesn't come from the fucking rich people. Okay? And she wants to distract away from that, make it sound like, blah or whatever. And then I say whatever. And then, I just basically reminded her that she doesn't quite understand how illegal organ harvesting works. If you can't differentiate between the two of poor versus rich, it's the rich that buy the organs. It's the rich that have access to all the facilities like public hospitals and tax dollars to be able to harvest those organs and traffic those organs. This has nothing to do with poor immigrants, legal or otherwise. And then, of course, she didn't like my response, so she turned herself into a freaking victim and then came up in here and started calling me a whole bunch of fucking names. I left it, people. I left it knowing that there's going to be a lot of people coming in here reading this shit without critical thinking skills of any kind and will simply jump on the negative bandwagon, right? In terms of, let's bash on Judy, right? Because, whatever. And, because there are other people out there that do have critical thinking skills and can clearly see how I was set up for that. Right? This individual turned on me once. I left the video up, like the comments up on the video. Right? Gave her a fucking chance. Okay? People are entitled to their opinions. I let it slide. I let it roll. Right? 2-3 times. Once for sure. 2 times was leading up to it. Right? Leading up to it. Right? And then boom, bam, bing. Came in. Did the same shit. Right? And then I'm just unsubscribing, I'm blocking you, I'm not responding, you're this, you're that, you. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? Good riddance, goodbye. I hope you follow through on your words and don't come back, because as far as I'm concerned, you're just a shit disturber. Right? I've had many shit disturbers in my life, people, helping me with the so-called foundation or being around me because of this or because of that. And at the end of the day, they're like lurking shit disturbers that just not want to cause trouble and then put themselves into victim positions as if, right? So, shit like that I deal with, right? And, if it happens again, I'm not even going to give this individual play, right? Because I'm one of those YouTubers that actually interact with people who visit my channel, right? I don't do live streams simply because I'm not very good at it. And just, it's a different kind of way of doing videos that if you're not blah, 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 with the gift of gab, blah, 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 gift of gab, blah, blah, blah. You're going to lose your audience very quickly, right? And I've got the gift of the gab, but my gift of the gab is not just run of the mill, talk about really nothing. I like to try and you leave something behind when I leave this planet, people. Okay? I like to leave something behind when I leave this planet, even if it's just a little bit of information that's legitimate, or if it provides people a means to consider something in a different way, right? In regards to, it's all synthetic, right? We're not dealing with your nature versus nature. We're dealing with synthetic if there is such a word, which I doubt there is, synthetic versus nature, with the synthetic part trying to take over the nature, which ultimately isn't healthy for living organisms. Okay? So, because I can't say that and keep it going on a live stream, why the hell would I, right? And people who do live streams, they go through a lot of other people's, articles or videos or whatever. And, I draw on them from time to time, right, as a talking point. I try and provide the links so that you can follow up on your own. I'm certainly not trying to misdirect, misinform, just none of that stuff outside of trying to leave something behind of substance. And for that, right, this is what I get, people. This is what I get. Okay? Nothing. I get nothing. So even if I wanted, do you see now how I have to go into my main channel just to be able to find that channel? Even if I wanted to try and do something on that channel, which I genuinely do, I just don't know how to do it because YouTube has, like I said, over the years, made it impossible for me to break out of their manufactured poverty, right? That props up their billions of dollars, but basically keeps me and my family in the dark, hidden away like YouTube's dirty secret now. Okay? That's how I feel about it. Okay? They basically said that this is useless and insignificant and doesn't belong on YouTube for the simple fact you can't fucking find it. As I have individuals coming in with no reading skills, poking the bear, and then trying to flip the script and make themselves appear like they're the freaking victims, when in fact they're antagonizing and trying to provoke. Okay? As another form of shadow banning. Okay? As another form of shadow banning. Because that's what it is. Get the public to not like me. Easier to control the narrative. Right? Easier to shut down the channel. Basically.